And good afternoon. It is 12 o'clock noon, straight up on Tuesday, and I think it's the 24th, but I'm not positive of that. When you're retired, you don't pay much attention to the calendar. So, as you can see from the start of this video, I'm over in the Wildwoods. I got a comment from a viewer asking for a little more content of the Wildwoods, so I decided to take a ride over today, and that's a good comment. I don't come over here as often as I should, so I decided to take a ride over, even though it is not a nice day today. It's about 60 degrees now, very overcast. It was raining much of the morning. So the roads are wet. It's not a beach day. Nevertheless, I thought I would come over and take a ride through the Wildwoods. The Wildwoods, are really four distinct communities. For those that don't know, there's at the southern end of the 7 Mile Island is Wildwood Crest, and I made a video recently riding around Wildwood Crest, so I'm not going to go down and go through Wildwood Crest on this ride. It's a fairly recent video, and I made that ride specifically because a viewer commented that they used to live in Wildwood Crest. So there's Wildwood Crest, then there is Wildwood, which is what I'm in right now. There's North Wildwood and West Wildwood. So I'm gonna try to stay in Wildwood on this ride to show this town as best I can. And I don't really know a whole lot about the Wildwoods, so I don't know how much I can comment on this, but I think the main thing that I pointed out on my very first ride over here, and I continue to point it out whenever I come over, is the very distinctive doo-wop style. Even the Wawa that I'm passing by here, you can see it is unlike a Wawa that you would see anyplace else. It is a doo-wop style architecture, and you see that all over the Wildwoods. You see it down in Wildwood Crest, you see it in the Wildwoods, and I think a lot of people don't know what is meant by doo-wop style architecture, and I'm not sure that I'm certainly not an authority on it by any means, but it's basically a 1950s, 1960s style of architecture. It's been said that what Art Deco is to South Beach in Miami, doo-wop is to Wildwood. So it is it's an architecture, but it's also a style of music, and several notable artists in the 50s performed their hits for the first time here in Wildwood. Like I said, I'm not an authority on this, but I'm pretty sure Chubby Checker first performed The Twist here in Wildwood, and I think Bobby Rydell performed, I can't remember the name of his hit song, but there's a doo-wop style of music and a doo-wop style of architecture. And I think this whole concept of doo-wop is a subject of some some heated debate and discussions here in the Wildwoods. Even that sign, Marvis Diner, you can see there's a certain element to these buildings in the way the lines are laid out and the color schemes that they use. And they say that Wildwood is the doo-wop capital of the world. They have really tried to brand doo-wop as distinctively a Wildwood sort of a culture and architecture. You can see the stardust here, or I guess not stardust, star. I'm not sure what it is, but that is a very notable and distinctive style of architecture, Starlux, that is clearly doo-wop in nature. And there are some people, led by some large developers, that want to abandon the doo-wop style of architecture here in Wildwood. They believe it is holding the community back from being more developed and more commercially successful. I think their view is that the whole doo-wop thing, being in the 50s and 60s, that sort of Wildwood and society in general has aged out of that. That most of the people that would have fond memories and recollections of doo-wop are now in their 90s. And people in their 90s don't bring their kids to the boardwalk in Wildwood. They're just not a target clientele, and they feel that these people that are behind the effort to do away with and modernize the architecture here feel that this ongoing commitment to doo-wop is holding back the community. I don't know if that's true or not. I personally, I like the fact that there is this niche that Wildwood has as being the doo-wop capital, and yeah, I don't think 90-year-olds are coming down here either way to put their kids on the beaches and to vacation. I think the community is very very family friendly these days. There's a fair amount of development going on. There's always new restaurants every year opening up, and particularly in North Wildwood, you see a lot of increases in home prices. And in fact, two of my younger brothers own a home in North Wildwood. So I'm going up Atlantic here, and I'm going to go up Atlantic till I get to the end of Wildwood, and I'm not going to continue through into North Wildwood on this ride. But I think what I will do is, while I'm over here, make a separate video of a ride around North Wildwood. See the fake plastic palm trees. That is distinctively doo-wop. The pink Cadillac diner. I know a good section of the boardwalk, and you can see the blue palm trees, plastic palm trees. That is doo-wop. the boardwalk, at least a good section of it, has been redone in the off season, and I saw videos and pictures of it. Obviously, I can't show that on the motorcycle, but it's very, very nice. Brand new boards everywhere, and you know, over time, the boards of the boardwalk weather and get to be kind of like cruddy looking, but they replaced them all, at least for a good section of the boardwalk, and it looks beautiful. And I'm gonna go up to, I guess, Pacific here. I'm not entirely sure what the border is between Wildwood and North Wildwood, but I think it might be this street, 26th Street. To my right would be considered North Wildwood, and to my left Wildwood. So I'm gonna make that assumption, and I'm gonna stay here on 26 and go up to another main street that goes north-south, which is Pacific, and I'll go down that. And you can see construction going on here. I think another thing I'll mention that I realized I neglected to mention in my recent video riding over to Cape May, I talk about these labor shortages that the business communities down here continue to be challenged by. And I didn't point out, but I think it's worth noting that the labor shortages that persist really have nothing to do with the pandemic. There was a time when that was the case, but that's no longer the case. I don't think there are any stimulus payments going out from the government that's keeping people from going to work. I think in the case of the shore community here, one of the main things that's affecting their labor shortage is the war in Ukraine, believe it or not. And a lot of these businesses down here rely heavily on J1 visas of students in Europe, particularly Eastern Europe, and notably Ukraine and Russia. And I read some things that the most optimistic outlook that they have right now for 2022 is that, and you can see here's all new construction going on. So somebody's investing in this community, which is a good thing. The most optimistic outlook for 2022 is that they may get close to 50% of the J1 visa student workers from Europe this year versus what they've typically relied on. They actually have some housing over here in Wildwood specifically for J1 visa student workers. I'm going to go down to Cress Avenue, which again, I'm not an authority, but I believe that Cress Avenue is the border between the southern end of Wildwood and the beginning of Wildwood Crest, or Wildwood Cress, not Crest. I think the weather this week is supposed to be pretty nasty for the balance of this week, but at least as of now, I think they're forecasting a pretty nice Memorial Day weekend, which is great for the businesses. And we will be over here this weekend with our grandkids. They're coming down for the weekend, so we will bring them over one of the days to put them on some of the rides on the piers. So this, I've turned on the Crest, and I believe this is the southern end of Wildwood, and to my right is Wildwood Crest. Can't go down Ocean. I had hoped to be able to go down Ocean to sort of end this ride at the famous Wildwood sign, but it's not to be. looks like I guessed right, because you can see the sign, Wildwood Crest starts here. And this is the end of the boardwalk, obviously. And if you can see that Bel Air Motel, I don't know if you can see it from here, but on the video, but that's distinctively doo-wop style. You see the aqua color, the slanted roofs, the plastic palm trees. I think I read these articles about this ongoing debate with a certain amount of skepticism, because I know the guy that is championing the effort to get the community to abandon its commitment to doo-wop is a large developer. Well, he stands to gain a lot of development work if the community decides to follow his recommendation. So I'm on New Jersey now, and I'm going to take this back up to towards the North Wildwood end, and that'll be the ride through Wildwoods. Even that little hotel, you can see the palm trees, the fake palm trees. Well, I think I will bring this video to an end here, and I will record another video in a couple of minutes of a ride around North Wildwood. So I guess that's it for the ride through Wildwood. Hope it brought back some memories. Take care and thanks for watching, and I will be back shortly with another ride through North Wildwood. Take care.